Welcome back to the Tipitaka Insight. Today, we are talking about the Second Pārājika. This is the rule about taking what is not given. In simple words, it is the rule against stealing.
That is right, but in the monk's code, it is very specific. It isn't just about picking up a stray coin. It depends on the value of the item and the intent to steal. The story behind this rule is about a monk named Dhaniya.
Dhaniya? Was he a natural-born thief?
Not at all. He was actually the son of a potter and very skilled. He tried to build a grass hut for the rainy season, but it was destroyed. He built it again, and it was destroyed a second time. Finally, he used his pottery skills to build a beautiful red clay hut. But the Buddha told him to break it down because it was too fancy for a monk.
So, how did that lead to him stealing?
Dhaniya was frustrated, so he decided to build a wooden hut. He went to the man in charge of the king's timber and lied to him. He said that King Bimbisara had given him permission to take the wood. Because Dhaniya was a monk, the man believed him and let him take the royal teak.
He lied to get the king's property? Did the king find out?
Yes, King Bimbisara found out and spoke to Dhaniya. Because the king was a kind follower, he did not punish him. But the Buddha was told about the lie and the wood. The Buddha asked an expert, "At what value does the king punish a thief?" The expert replied, "At the value of 1 Pāda."
1 Pāda? How much is that worth?
In the old economy, it was the value of a small piece of gold. It was enough money to be considered a serious crime by the government. The Buddha then made the rule, if a monk steals something worth 1 Pāda or more, he is defeated. He is no longer a monk and can never come back.
So it isn't just about the act, it's about the legal value.
Exactly. The official commentary gives 5 reasons for defeat. First, the object must belong to someone else. Second, the monk must know it belongs to someone else. Third, he must have the thievish intention, the plan to steal. Fourth, the value must be 1 Pāda or more. And fifth, he must actually move the object from its place.
He must move it? What if he just hides it?
Even moving it a tiny bit with the plan to steal counts as taking. The law even covers trickery, like cheating on taxes or smuggling. If a monk uses a trick to change who owns an item, it is stealing.
What about exceptions where the monk is not kicked out?
There are 4 main times when there is no defeat. First, if the monk truly thinks the object belongs to him. Second, if he takes it because he trusts the owner and knows they won't mind. Third, if he takes it just to keep it safe from being lost or stolen. And fourth, if the value of the item is very low, less than 1 Pāda. In those cases, it is still a mistake, but not a defeat.
So the defeat is a total loss of honesty.
Yes. The Buddha said a monk who steals is like a dead leaf. Once a leaf falls from the tree, it can never turn green again. He has lost the trust of the people and the community.
This was a very clear explanation. Thank you for explaining the story of Dhaniya and the value of a Pāda.
It shows that a monk's honesty must be perfect, even in small things.
In our next episode, we move to the third Parajika, the rule against intentionally taking a human life. Thank you for joining us on the Tipitaka Insight.